two wonderful presentations. I'm Baba Liang. Okay, first of all, I'm going to talk about their accountants. I think they introduced a little more detail about the parameters and the standards different. Like the parameter will be higher than standard, like the board was higher. And the TV, I like their drama. They use the TV talk shows to present their drama and its creativity. But I have some expectation about you should act like the tornado news. You know that? You know that TV shows. You should act like that. So maybe when the other one start talking